What's up everyone, my name is Francesca and in this week's bit vlog I want to talk about Heroes of the Storm. Now, Heroes of the Storm is Blizzard's equivalent of a MOBA and it's currently released in a technical alpha form. Now what that means is that you can apply to have access to Heroes of the Storm and Blizz will put access on certain accounts that they decide to give access to, but beyond that it's inaccessible. So it's very much a closed technical alpha with people being invited to play it. Now, I was fortunate enough to have an invite, and I know some people are thinking, oh, God, I'm so jealous. But the point of this video is not about me bragging about my access, it's talking about the most recent update. Now, before I begin, I guess I need to give you guys a brief overview for those of you who don't know about Heroes of the Storm and how it's different from other MOBAs. Now, I'm going to assume just for the sake of being concise that you guys already know what a MOBA is. You know, the whole 3 lanes, monsters, minions, towers, whatever, MOBAs. Now, the way that Heroes of the Storm differs from a conventional MOBA is that it is very much casual, which I actually really like about it. So it has the same top-down perspective that you see in League of Legends and Dota 2 and Dota back in the day. However, instead of having individual levels and individual abilities, you have shared experience. So when I kill a minion, that experience is added to the team pool. When anyone else kills a minion, it's added to the team pool. And you level up collectively as a team, and that level is displayed at the top. Another thing that makes it a bit simpler is that you don't have a shop. You don't have to deal with building items or anything like that, which can be quite complicated and quite daunting for people who've never experienced that kind of game before. Another thing that makes it more casual is that you don't level up abilities. You start the game with all of your abilities minus your, what's called your ultimate ability, I guess. And then at not even at each level, every 3 or 4 levels, you choose what's called a talent. And these talents, you basically have an option of a few. And at one point you'll get your ultimate ability and you have a choice of 2 ultimates. But a lot of the time it's stuff like you can deal more basic attack damage, your attacks have lifesteal, or your healing is greater. Like you kind of level up your character in different ways and you can build them into maybe like a damage dealer or a tank or a support or what have you based on how you choose to do your talents. Another way it's a bit more casual is that you don't have champion select or god select or these kind of things where all of the team loads in and then you pick who you want to play. You pick who you want to play and then you get matched with other people. So you don't have this thing where you have to decide on a team comp or whatever. It's a little bit luck of the draw, which may or may not be frustrating, but it also means that you play whoever you want to play. You don't have to deal with calling roles, and it also takes a little bit away from it having a standard meta. It's a bit more casual. You can kind of do what you want with it, which is a lot of fun. The other thing that stops it from having a meta is that there are a whole bunch of different match types with different objectives. For example, in one match, I might have to work with my team to capture 2 different points and thus allow me to spawn what's called a dragon that I can then use to do massive damage, meanwhile defending those points from enemy capture. In another mission, I may have to collect things that spawn on the map called tributes, and when I collect 3 of those, for example, it will curse the enemy team, making their towers not attack and their minions only have 1 health, giving me an advantage. So we're trying to capture those and stop the enemy capturing them. But I don't know which map I'm going to be playing prior to choosing who I'm going to play. And also another thing that makes it more casual is, for example, the towers. Towers have ammo. Once towers run out of ammo, they can't shoot anymore. And all of these things combined together make the game quite short and snappy. I don't think I've ever played a game that lasts longer than 20 minutes, 25 at a push. So it's very easy to kind of pick it up, play it, and continue. And the game is populated by all of Blizzard's characters from StarCraft, characters from Warcraft, characters from Diablo. So that's kind of, all of those characters are made in and they are the Heroes of the Storm. Now, that's kind of a brief overview of what Heroes of the Storm is. Now, my issue with Heroes of the Storm is that in the recent patch, they released a system which is known as the artifact system. Now, the way this system works is that I, as a character, level up my account similar to games like League of Legends and whatnot. So I level up my account and you start at level 1, and obviously each game you play you get experience and you can level up your account, and it just kind of shows how experienced you are as a player. Now, the artifact system means that at level 15 I'll unlock 3 different slots on my character, and in these slots I can purchase with in-game gold, so not a paid currency but gold that you generate by playing. I can purchase items that buff my character. Now, my issue with this is that these items make your character intrinsically better than someone who doesn't have these items equipped. So if I, for example, was playing stitches, which is the equivalent of Pudge from Warcraft. Warcraft 3 days. Anyway, so if I'm playing stitches and I equip an item that gives me, for example, bonus health, and I'm against an enemy stitches who doesn't have anything equipped, regardless of skill, I have an immediate, from level 1, advantage over their stitches simply because I've bought these items. Furthermore, each of these items can be leveled up to 10 times. Now, the issue here is that as I level up that item, it doubles, triples, quadruples in its buff. So if I have a rank 10 item, which is the max level items, it is 10 times better than a rank 1 item. And this system encourages the players to spend their in-game gold once they hit level 15 on artifacts. Because if you don't buy artifacts, you're at a distinct disadvantage. Now, Blizzard are they've made it so that you can't buy these with money, you have to earn them with gold. So what it's doing is it's giving an advantage to players who choose to play the game a lot. Because you don't earn gold that quickly. You earn 40 gold per win, 10 gold per loss, and 200 gold per quest, and you get 1 daily quest. And my issue with this system is that I don't understand how it benefits anyone. Like, sure, when I'm a high level and I've spent loads of time on the game, I'm going to be better than other players, but that doesn't make the game fun. I don't play this game so that I can, like, be intrinsically better than other players. I want to beat players based off my own skill and the skill of my team. What makes this game fun is playing it with friends. For example, I'll queue with some of my buddies, and I'm only level 14 at the moment. I can't even use artifacts, but some of my friends are level 19, level 35, level 36. When I queue with these people, I'm going to be matched against people who have artifacts when I don't. And this just comes across as ludicrous. Like, what? I can't think of a way that adding this artifact system is a good thing. Like, someone could have an item that like buffs their health, and it could buff it, for example, 10 times as much as my item, and I don't even have these items at this point. Like, it just seems to be gating the community by skill level. It means that people who don't have time to invest into the game can never ever be as good as the people who do. Now, the thing is, like, from the start of this video, I've kind of explained why I like Heroes of the Storm, because it's very, very casual. It's easy to pick it up and play with friends. You don't need to do a whole lot of learning to get into it. You don't need to learn important item builds. You don't need to learn what's the best way to level up. It's kind of a bit free of that meta. And then by introducing these artifacts, it's then, instead of doing that great thing that Blizzard was doing, where they were expanding this game and making it very, very open for a lot of people to get in and play, they've then pushed in the system that gates it by level and kind of stops you from playing with your friends. Because say I have new people who come in and play, and I invite them to play with me, they're basically, we're going to get stomped. It's not going to encourage people to enjoy the game. I don't understand why they put the system in. I mean, it's a lot like Rune Pages in League of Legends, and I don't think I've ever met a single person who actually likes the Rune system. And I haven't met a single person either who likes this artifact system. And I've got to question why. Like, why do Blizzard feel the need to put this into their game that, from what I played before the update, was an awful lot of fun and really, really refreshing as someone who's played a lot of different MOBAs, someone who's played extensively games like League of Legends and Smite. Like, why do they choose to do this? I just don't understand. I mean, do you guys know why do you think Blizzard thought this was a good idea? Do you like Rune Pages? Do you think this artifact system is interesting? Let me know, because I can't think of a single positive to the system. I mean, yeah, sure, I get a buff, but I don't want a buff. Like, I don't want to start a game where I'm intrinsically at an advantage to all the other players, and I don't want to have to spend my gold, my hard-earned gold, on something that basically I have to buy, because otherwise I'm going to be at a disadvantage. Like, it's almost forcing people to spend their gold on these artifacts so that they don't spend their gold on new heroes, and it forces, maybe shoehorns them into spending money on heroes. That seems to be the decision in my mind behind what Blizzard have done, but I don't understand. So yeah, let me know, guys. What do you think? Have you played Heroes of the Storm? Do you think this is a good system? Are you excited to play it? The problem for me is that I still end up playing it even with this stupid artifact system, but it has kind of tainted the game for me a little bit. And I don't know, I'm just disappointed in the decisions Blizzard are making, because I can't understand why they would make it other than to maybe force people to spend real money on their hero purchases instead of their gold, because now they have to spend it to buy artifacts. And it's just a bit ridiculous. Anyway, but that's it from me, guys, so let me know what you think. As always, I'll see you next week. in the next vlog. I've got a Let's Play coming out on Thursday. So if you're watching this near the release of this video, Thursday, go check out my Let's Play. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You can find out for yourself. But it should be a lot of fun. As always, we have a Facebook, facebook.com/thekillerbits. We have a YouTube. Well, you're on YouTube. That's a bit of a stupid thing to say. But if you've liked the video, do give me a thumbs up, even if you don't like the artifact system, and let me know what you think. We have a Twitter @thekillerbits. So if you want to get updates on our videos and other things in the gaming world, check out our Twitter. My personal my personal Twitter is @Jagarus, so that's where you can find me on Twitter, tweeting about my everyday life, streaming, gaming. I'll put some of my videos up there and whatnot as well, but it's a lot more informal than the Killerbits one. And also, like I said, streaming, that brings me to my Twitch, my personal Twitch, twitch.tv/Jagarus. On there you can find me streaming often MOBAs, stuff like Smite, and now actually Heroes of the Storm quite a bit. I am really kind of getting into that as well. And hopefully I'll open up and then I'll be able to play a bit more with other people and with viewers. So that's exciting, but that's my Twitch. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. So enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.